Good evening. It is Wednesday, August 8th, 2012. I'm going to read my fourth vlog for Hadrian's Lover. This is the first official chapter of the novel. It is titled New Year's Eve. I will read the first half of the chapter to keep the vlog to a reasonable length of at least 10 minutes. The chapter is titled New Year's Eve. Facing south with a convex dome encompassing east and west as well as the entire roof, their hunter home is one of the most impressive dwellings in Antinous. The northern wall is one of the very few homes in Antinous with a glass bay window opening up to the view of their multi-tiered garden sloping down to the Nelson River. Very few buildings have open windows facing north like this. All windows are on the convex of every Hadrian building, designed to double as solar panels, obscuring the interior from the outside, but allowing those inside a beautiful tinted view of all that lies beyond. This has also eliminated the need for window dressings. To have clear glass windows exposed to the outside denotes either wealth in a family home or a government complex. The hunter's backyard is a sprawling garden that slopes down by tiers to the river. Right now it is lightly dusted white from last evening's snowfall. Come spring, Dean will begin the process of manually tilling, mixing in the mulch from last year's compost, seeding, weeding, and nurturing the garden. This has been Dean's job for the past 2 decades. More than just time-consuming, gardening acts as a relaxant, something Edgar, Dean's psychiatrist, had recommended years ago. It also provides the Hunter family income tax refunds on an annual basis. Every Hadrian citizen who makes the effort to work with and not against the earth is granted hefty tax rebates. As well as showing pride in his garden, Dean is equally proud of the interior of his and Geoffrey's house. There is little one can do with respect to the exterior. All homes in Hadrian look the same, as every building has a convex facing west, south, and east for solar panels and one flat wall facing north. There are no front doors, only back doors in Hadrian. Only size and interior luxuries denote wealth. When one enters the hunter home, the first thing you see is the wide expanse of the living room to your left and the glistening creams and beiges of the kitchen directly in front. To the right is the long hallway that leads to the central washroom and 4 bedrooms, one being the master room. Standing in the lobby closest to the hall entrance, Dean Hunter takes in the full view of the living room. Tall and lean, Dean is standing rigid as he stares at the room before him. Dean is anxious. Geoffrey is never any help when it comes to organizing a party. When asked, he will help, but with limited effectiveness. Sweeping a floor in Geoffrey's mind means sweeping around things. It never occurs to him to actually move a couch or a chair to get at the dirt underneath. Nobody is going to look under the chairs, Dean. I swear, he would add jokingly. Sometimes I think you're more gay than I am. This is an old joke that Dean shrugs off. Although finding it annoying, he knows that Geoffrey means kindly by it, so, like today, he always shakes it off. Staying focused, Dean pipes up. Tonight's special, Geoffrey. Although not needing to remind him, this is not just any new year we're celebrating. It's also Hadrian's 50th birthday. Geoffrey smiles fondly at his old lover. No, not old, he reminds himself. Dean is only 40 years old. Not that there's a huge gap in their ages. Geoffrey is only 48. No, he refers to Dean as his old lover because they've been together for almost 22 years now, including couples registration. So many changes have occurred in Dean over the years. He's gone from that frightened teenager Geoffrey met to the strong, confident man standing before him. and Dean is still so handsome. Jeffrey enjoys checking out his lover when Dean is unaware. Knowing Dean to be self-conscious about such things, Jeffrey doesn't try to make his lover uncomfortable. Still, when opportunities like this arise, Dean, fixated on a problem and focused, Jeffrey will often stand back and admire his physique. Dean is tall and slim, no middle-aged bulge. Unconsciously, Jeffrey gives his own protruding belly a slight shake. Jeffrey is short and stout next to Dean, and unlike Dean's thick dark brown hair, Jeffrey's mousy brown curls have all but receded to a horseshoe patch around his head. Hadrian's lover, Jeffrey muses. Dean is still so good-looking. Even the gray streaks that lace his temples are attractive. With his square jaw and thick eyebrows, Dean is the classic Marlborough man. No one smokes in Hadrian, but the old image hangs in the city central museum. When they first saw the original advertisement poster, Jeffrey teased Dean, saying all he needs now is a cowboy hat. So taken by the resemblance, Jeffrey had surprised Dean with a week's stay at the cattle ranch, horseback riding that year. This, of course, was before Frank and Roger were born. I'm going to stop here because, as I said, I want to keep this under the 10-minute mark. I will continue with Vlog 5 and more of New Year's Eve on another day. Thank you and goodbye.